In today's video, people can't afford rent anymore. And because everything is so high and went up at the same time, everybody trying to adapt to these new prices.
Alone, mind you, I have not even used my air system because the air system is not even that good. I've been using my portable heater. So I went to my leasing office and I'm like, why am I paying $150 and I haven't even used, my heating system? Where is this? Why am I paying this much? My rent was supposed to be $16.65 or something like that. And I get it, we got fees and all that, but something's not adding up. It don't make sense at this point. I remember there was a time where living alone, you could afford something for about under $1,000, depending on what state you were in. At least $1,200 for a 1-bedroom apartment. Now you gotta live in Oklahoma or Ohio, because what? At this point, bro, I love the DMV, and don't get me wrong, I'm near everything. I get that I'm in the city part and everything. I'm just near a lot of things and there's a lot to do. But listen, at this point, I don't know. I'm this close to breaking my lease and moving, because what the heck? I'll take a plane and come and visit at this point. At this point, I don't even want to give me a room. I don't even want to live by myself no more. Give me a room until I get my husband, until I'm married, because this is ridiculous. And then what pisses me off is that freaking the jobs nowadays, they don't even want to pay you enough. Make it make sense. This economy is insane. It does not make any sense. Why are people having a hard time finding a job, and a good paying job at that? How are people supposed to live off of 18 an hour, 19 an hour, 20 an hour in this economy? Please let me know, because I need answers. It does not make any sense to me. Listen, get me out of here. At this point, I don't even want to place the war. I really don't. I don't want it no more. No, that's it. I'm done.
I'm going to say this, and I'm going to say this humbly in hopes that I inspire someone on this Tuesday morning. My biggest flex in life right now is that, baby, I work a corporate job, but I live in a $900 apartment in the city.
What's the deal, man? So I'm renting out a room, you feel what I'm saying, $400 a month. My TV set up, you feel what I'm saying? Gotta finish unpacking and all that. That's the closet right there. I got mad clothes and more than anything, you feel me? But shit, man, first day in this shit, you heard? All my kicks is right here, little kicks right there. Just happy I'm able, you feel what I'm saying? I got a roof over my head, I got jobs, you feel me? Had to get up out the last apartment, you feel me? Hectic, you feel what I'm saying? Word. It was going up and away. I was like, nah, I gotta get something cheaper, you heard? So just stick on, you feel me? You know, I'm grateful, you heard? Thank God.
People don't talk about this, but your rental history is more important than credit. I'm sorry. When I tell you the way that an eviction could put a stain on your record to the point where no companies want to work with you or anything, baby, stay on top of that rental history. I'm not playing. Shout out to all the young people. But as much as you want to leave that lease, just imagine that current place that you want to leave, that's going to be the only place you'll ever get. Okay?
And just know, if you're a young adult paying rent, you live a very different life than your friends that are able to stay with family or even pay a subsidized rent to somebody that they know. Because when you're out in the world and you're dealing with a company wanting their money, it is very different than your dad suggesting that you put in towards the house this week. And a lot of times, the way in which you operate your life is on a different level of comparison as well. It's kind of like that sound where it's like, I don't know the specifics of it, but people basically use it when talking about work. And they're like, when I'm just at my job to get money for the weekends versus the person beside me has 3 kids to take care of at home. Essentially, that's how it's going to be within your age group. You have to care for yourself, and what you don't get done depends directly on your survival, whereas somebody else has the luxury and the comfort of at least having a fallback plan. Hey, the landlord I don't know has no problem kicking me out, whereas my parents, I might have been late for 3 times and they're not going to kick you out because you're still their child. There's a level of knowingness that provides comfort, and there's an awareness in that then directs your subconscious. And when you're out in spaces with people that don't pay rent yet or just haven't had that level of independence in adulthood yet, oftentimes you'll find they do exhibit a level of arrested development. Oftentimes they have little conflict resolution skills because they haven't haven't had to maybe live with a stranger or live in a building with strangers to where everything can't go your way. There's also a different level of drive. They won't understand why you're intense about certain things that you are, why you're so thorough in the things that you do, because again, there's always that fallback. And while a lot of times comfort is something that we should be afforded and can keep us safe through certain eras of our life, when you are comforted as well, especially in an era where you should be ambitious, which is the start of your adulthood, a lot of times you don't go as far as things, you don't put as much of an effort as things. Even though you claim you want your independence, a lot of these people won't act as though that's actually something they want to turn into a reality. And hey, I get it. I wouldn't be rushing to spend money right now either. You have your whole life to do it. But it can be quite isolating if you are one of the few people that are out here making it on your own means, doing it alone, finding a job when the door closes, finding avenues and ways to make ends meet when at a time like now, it is nearly impossible even for the seasoned adults. So don't feel weirded out when you do get around your age mates and maybe even people that are older than you, but don't have the same responsibilities as you, and you feel siloed in that. Because the truth is, if you are a young person living the experience of what our predecessors could expect to live in their early 20s, it is an outlier for you amongst where people are in their early 20s now due to delays like COVID, as well as the financial state of the world, as well as the job market.
And one thing that I realized about myself is that I never have a problem being in the house enjoying that rent. That's why.
And just know.
All right, let me talk to you for a second. At some point, you got to stop thinking this is just a rough patch. This ain't a rough patch. This is how it's looking right now. Rent went up and it stayed up, and people trying to navigate around it. A lot of people still be moving like it's gonna go back down. It might balance out one day, but what if it don't do that? That's the part that people don't want to talk about. Because if rent stay high and your income don't move up like that, then it's gonna be pressure on you. That's all you'll be feeling right now. That's just the beginning. So now it ain't about waiting, it's about adjusting. What can you change? What can you cut? How can you move smarter before it get worse? Right? Because because once you behind on your rent, that ain't no easy thing to bounce back from. Gotta do it twice. And you saying you only qualify for such and such per month. That's how people get stuck. So don't ignore or don't act like it's nothing. Just be real with yourself and move accordingly. Keep your eyes open. Pay that rent on time. And honey, look for the deals when that lease almost up. Let me know what you think down in the comments about all these clips we watch and everything that we seen containing people with high rent. Tiffany Rose, till the next time, I'm out.
True, don't get sugar-coated. Keep it real so you know we gon' be speaking on it. Got the latest headlines on what's going down. We keep our eyes open before it all hits the ground. Southern economy, hit that light. Make sure you subscribe, real talk, real true, real life, we go survive. I got my eye wide open for when the markets hit the ground. You got them pockets wide open when them dividends come around. Oh baby, just hit that like, subscribe. I might teach you a little something about how to make $1 out of dime. I'm a real prepper, stockpiling before the shit hit the fan. I only trust in God, I don't depend on man. True, don't get sugar-coated. We keep it real and we keep it rolling.